Advent is one of my favorite times in the church year. There's a sense of anticipation. Something good is on the way. There's beautiful art and music, and also there are angels. So many angels. Most of our angels in our tradition show up during the season of Advent. And today we heard from one of the most famous angels. What was that angel's name?
Gabriel.
Thank you. Gabriel, the angel who was sent by God to a young woman named
Mary.
There she is. Gabriel gives Mary some amazing news. Gabriel says, God is with you. God blesses you. But Mary is not thrilled by this news, apparently. Instead, she is deeply troubled and confused. Gabriel goes on to give her even more good news. You have found favor with God. You'll have a holy child. Your child will lead your people. Still, Mary doesn't seem too excited. She only says, how? So the angel tells her, the Holy Spirit will arrive with the power of God, which sounds pretty amazing to me. But Mary, in that moment, does not seem excited. In fact, she must have seemed scared because the angel tells her, fear not, don't be afraid. All Mary manages to say in response to all of this good news is, I'm God's servant. Go ahead. Now, if you've been here during Advent before, you may have heard some things about angels that give you an idea of why Mary might be scared. Does anyone remember something that we've learned about angels before? They're scary looking, thank you. So as far as we know, angels don't usually look like this. And they definitely don't look like this. Although, come on, these angels are adorable. They could come and visit me anytime. We don't really know what angels look like, and they may look different in different times and different places and different stories. But what we do know is people are usually afraid when they encounter angels. And the really detailed passages in our scriptures that talk about angels describe them more like this. Like mythical creatures with multiple heads and animal features, and not just one set of wings, but several, maybe a wheel. It could be that Mary is afraid just because of what the angel looks like. But what if the angel's appearance or even the angel's presence isn't the problem? I'm sure there are beautiful angels out there. What if the problem is that good news can be scary? Maybe you can think of a time when you got some good news and were surprised by just how scary it could be. Maybe you get to go to a new school, a wonderful new school, but you don't know anyone there yet. Or maybe you get a new job offer. Maybe it's your dream job offer, but it might require changes and challenges. You might need to move. You learn that you have a child on the way, maybe, with all the promise and risk and disruption that can bring. You find an exciting new friend, or you begin to fall in love, but you don't know what's going to happen in that new relationship. Or we may witness a positive change in our world, but still wonder, what if I get all excited and it doesn't last? things change again. Try to imagine a time when good news has been scary for you. Good news can sometimes require us to breathe deeply and take a moment to get our bearings, to consider all the possible consequences, even as we marvel at the possible gifts. We may need, like Mary did, to ask questions before we're ready to say yes to being a part of it. In time, Mary does get excited about the good news that Gabriel shares with her. She even decides that she's going to be a sharer of good news herself. And she sings this marvelous song known as the Magnificat, in which she magnifies, she makes bigger the good news of God. She shares the amazing things that God is doing by bringing this child Jesus into the world. We're going to hear that song from the choir next week and sing it ourselves. And here's more good news. Just like Gabriel and Mary, we can be messengers of good news to the folks around us. We can take any piece of hope that we are able to receive and share it, so that these little seeds of hope that we plant may eventually grow into big, beautiful things for our world with the help of God. So we're going to practice being messengers of hope today by singing a new song to bless one another. The song is called I Am Sending You Light. And Nan and Jim and Young People's Music and our senior choir are going to help us learn it.